Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I want to do a video about Mortal Kombat and the decline in this game and what is wrong with it. Now I don't just like offering problems, I would like to offer a few solutions as well, but obviously no one's going to listen to me, but it's just my personal opinions. And the first major issue with this game for me is when you buy any Mortal Kombat game, you expect to get the standard issue characters for free. Now, we do have a lot of the standard issue characters, but Shiva, Melina, can't really see these people. Rain he's been on a lot of the games. Fujin, I'm not sure if he has. I think he was on Deception. And Shao Kahn. So most of these DLC characters have actually the standard issue characters. We should get them for free. We shouldn't have to pay for them. But other characters like Spawn, the Joker, Terminator, I wouldn't mind paying for them if they come out later dates. But I do have my issues as well with these characters. For instance, the Terminator, Rambo, Robocop. I do not understand why these are on martial arts games, and the people I've talked to about this as well have said the exact same thing. Although they are fun characters, they do not belong in a franchise based upon martial arts and magic. It just seems very weird and it's kind of like a money grab for nostalgia. So that's my little bit of a beef about that. One of my other problems with the game is this constant trope, whether Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and some of the other characters that are alive, then they're dead if you go through the story. It is so repetitive now, it's getting beyond a joke. And for how much this game cost, I believe I paid around £50 for it, give or take a couple pound. The character selection is terrible. We got Frost, we got Sub-Zero, they are basically the same characters. We get Jax, then his daughter Jackie, they are basically the same characters. Kung Lao and Liu Kang, although a little different, they are pretty much the same characters. The Collector and Shiva, basically the same characters. Kotal Khan and Shao Kahn are basically the same characters. Johnny Cage and Cassie Cage, although Cassie Cage is a slight variation between Johnny and Sonya as they are parents, they're all basically the same characters. What Mortal Kombat needs to do to move forward is, when they release the game, they can stick with the story and introduce new characters, but for online PvP or just playing towers, they should have all the standard issue characters in, because that's what Mortal Kombat is, that's what built the franchise. And if they want to add some DLC characters, it's fine, some people will pay for them. My personal opinion, paying £5 for a single character is ridiculous. So this is why I do not buy the characters. I did try to get a price tag up there. Yeah, it's around £5. And all of it together is quite expensive. Look, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. And that's just the characters, not including the other add-ons, costumes and such. So I personally don't mind buying characters, but I will not pay that price for them. A few things have come and gone during Mortal Kombat's tenure. There's been, I believe it was in Deception, there was a free roam aspect to it, and I absolutely loved the free roam aspect of a Mortal Kombat game. I believe the character was called Shujinku. You was a monk and you learned all your moves, all your skills, and you had to go from this world and that world to defeat opponents. And there was even a chess game in it where you played Mortal Kombat. And I played with my brother playing chess for, in total, probably a couple months. We were on it as much as we could. We absolutely loved the chess feature of that game. Now they also added a absolute ton of new characters. I believe on Mortal Kombat Armageddon, every single character that was created at the time was on it, including new ones. Blaze, some kind of meatball guy, and it was just an absolute fantastic game. And it just seems that this game just came out for, I don't want to be rude to the SJW people, but that's what it seems like it got pushed out for more inclusivity with the social justice warriors about female characters. Now, personally, I have zero problem with playing female characters. If you go online, as I do, you will probably get your ass whooped here several million times by female characters because they are fast, they're powerful, they've got good moves. We didn't need Cassie Cage or Jackie Briggs, although they are good characters. The push towards pushing more female characters upon us, basically saying we're sexist because there's not more characters on here, female characters on here, is ridiculous. Because if you just think about your life, how many females do you know that know martial arts compared to men? You probably don't know a lot of men that know martial arts. So the margin for women knowing martial arts is very small. But I personally do like watching female martial arts movies. I'm a huge fan of Mila Djokovic, Cynthia Rothrock, and just some other individuals. But for the most part, these characters are absolutely boring. The Joker is not a martial arts character at all. Now, although the Joker is a DC character, Mortal Kombat has done a crossover before with DC before, and that was an absolute fantastic game as well. I would highly recommend people playing the older games, and you will see what I mean. Although I would like to say it is a welcome pleasure to see Shang Tsung back on here. He is a fantastic character. More crossovers would really save this game if they did one with Marvel. Just got the martial arts characters from Marvel on here. It would be absolutely fantastic. Now, you don't have to add all the martial arts people. I mean, Iron Man might be slightly out of place with all his armaments. But people like Captain America, Hawkeye would be like a match for Nightwolf. They would be similar but slightly different. Black Widow, female character they could add. And although these new characters are pretty fun, they're just boring. This Aaron Black, I played him to get the achievements, and I played him a bit in the story when his story bit came up, but other than that, it's just boring. If I was just looking at this picture and you said pick out Kutlai Khan, I could put my cursor there without looking at the name, and I would believe that was him because the pictures are so similar. But if Mortal Kombat needs to save this franchise, they need to add more, not just push out a game for the sake of pushing out a game. There's nothing wrong with the Mortal Kombat 10. It had Freddy, Jason, and although they're not well known for their martial arts, they do use physical attacks. They don't use such things as guns, like Robocop, Rambo, Terminator, or this, that, and other. Even Alien vs Predator. Predator had a gun, but not like he constantly whips it out. But if you go online and you've been someone who's playing Rambo or Robocop, they're constantly pulling that gun out because they don't want you to get close to them. But yeah, if, like I said, Mortal Kombat needs to succeed in the future, more crossovers would be much appreciated, even if it's going into the world of like Street Fighter or what sort of a one called that people play? Dragon Ball Z. I never played it myself, but I hear it's got the near the same aspects of Street Fighter, just with bigger fireballs, as my friend explained it to me. So yeah, that's just my little beef about Mortal Kombat. Just add more, and don't be adding stupid characters with guns, because we don't want. You might as well just add a sentry gun in instead of a person, because they're standing in there shooting anyway. Yeah, so that's it. That's me little whinge. And if you feel the same, drop a like, comment, share if you want. And I'll catch you next time around, guys.